whispers of the past they fall, a broken symphony in the dark, a shattered heart, a fading spark. Beneath the moon I walk alone, a melody that's yet to be known. The strings of time they tear and bind, a symphony for a broken mind. The pain we carry never fades, as night unveils the endless shades. Through every note my heart still grieves, in every silence my soul believes. Echoes of the fallen, they call my name. In the orchestra of sorrow I feel the flame. No redemption, no sweet refrain, just the echoes of the fallen in the rain. The violins cry, the timpanis sigh, as dreams of peace in shadows die. The pages turn, the notes are cold, a story written, never told. Through every chord I feel your breath, a haunting melody that whispers death. In the music we're intertwined, a lost requiem I cannot find. Echoes of the fallen fade away, but in the silence I'll always stay. The music lives, but we are gone. In the echoes of the fallen, we carry on. The winds are calling, sweeping through the night, a symphony of stars shining oh so bright. In the heart of silence the strings begin to play, a timeless journey as the world fades away. The harp sings softly, the cello weeps in pain, a dance of shadows lost in the rain. The orchestra breathes with every rising sound, in the depths of sorrow where we are bound. With every breath we soar through the sky, where the winds of eternity never say goodbye. Winds of eternity whisper through the trees, carrying our memories on the evening breeze. In the melody of time we find our release. Winds of eternity, bring me as the winds take us far, far from the crowd. The orchestra breathes with every rising sound. In the depths of sorrow where we are bound, with every breath we soar through the sky, where the winds of eternity never say goodbye. Winds of eternity whisper through the trees, carrying our memories on the evening breeze. In the melody of time we find our release. Winds of eternity, bring me peace. Through the storm and through the rain we ride, a journey of souls where our hearts collide. The winds are endless, they carry us home to the realms unknown, where we are not alone. The winds will guide us through night and day. Winds of eternity, forever they stay. A whisper in the heavens, a light fades away. A star once shining, now lost in the gray.
The moonlight dances on the broken ground. In the still of the night, no peace is found.
The strings hum softly, the brass calls out, a tale of sorrow wrapped in doubt.
The symphony swells, but it's lost in the wind. A love unspoken, a heart that's pinned. The violins cry for the dreams that we lost, as we pay the price, no matter the cost.
A fallen star drifting far from the sky. In the arms of darkness, it's time to say goodbye. The echoes of its light, now just a memory. A fallen star, forever setting free.
In the garden of thorns, we walk alone, with only the music guiding us home. The piano plays gently, the strings begin to weep. In the silence of sorrow, we lose what we keep. The symphony swells, but it's lost in the wind. A love unspoken, a heart that's pinned. The violins cry for the dreams that we lost, as we pay the price, no matter the cost.
A fallen star drifting far from the sky. In the arms of darkness, it's time to say goodbye. The echoes of its light, and the star fades into the endless night, a fallen star lost to the light. Beneath the quiet sky, a whisper in the dark, a story untold, waiting for a spark. In the stillness, the music calls my name, a hidden path through the shadows of flame. The strings play softly, a tender embrace, as I search for the light in this forgotten place. The orchestra swells, but I can't hear the sound, lost in the silence where no peace is found. With every note I'm drifting farther away, through the silent veil where the shadows stay. Through the silent veil I wander alone, a melody of sorrow that I've always known. In the quiet whispers I find my way, through the silent veil I'll be here to stay. The piano hums low, like the beating of a heart. Every echo a memory tearing me apart. The brass cuts through the air, sharp and cold. A story of a love that's never been told. The orchestra swells, but I can't hear the sound, lost in the silence where no peace is found. With every note I'm drifting farther away, through the silent veil where the shadows stay. Through the silent veil I wander alone, a melody of sorrow that I've always known. In the quiet whispers I find my way, through the silent veil I'll be here to stay. And as the night unfolds I feel the calm, the weight of the silence, a soothing balm. The music fades, but I remain standing still, lost in the quiet, bound by my will. Through the silent veil I'll never depart, a soul untouched forever in the dark. The sun fades slowly, sinking in the sea, a final breath of daylight as dark sets me free. The violins play soft as the shadows grow tall. In the fading light I hear the evening's call. The trumpet echoes, heralding the end, a day's journey finished as we descend. The orchestra swells with the closing line. With every chord we know it's the last. As the world lets go of the day that's past, the last dusk falling like the final tear, a moment of silence, knowing you were near. The music lingers as the stars appear, the last dusk holding us in its sphere. In the twilight I reach for your hand, but you're just a shadow lost in the sand. The last note plays as the darkness unfolds, a love once bright, now a story told. And as the night takes us, we fade away. The last dusk leaves, but we will stay. Underneath the golden sky, we dance in the rain. A fleeting moment, yet it calls out my name. The strings hum softly as daylight fades, a symphony of whispers where silence waits. The butterwinds flutter, a song so pure, a love unspoken, forever to endure. The orchestra rises, the chords fill the air, a fleeting touch, but you're still there. In every note I hear your voice beneath the golden sky. I had no choice. Beneath the golden sky, we found our grace, a fleeting embrace in a sacred place. The violins cry as the stars ignite beneath the golden sky. You're my light. The harp plays gently like the whispers of time, a journey of hearts, a rhythm so fine. The brass resounds, the drums gently pound in the echoes of love were never found. The orchestra rises, the chords fill the air, a fleeting touch, but you're still there. In every note I hear your voice beneath the golden sky. I had no choice. Beneath the golden sky, we found our grace, a fleeting embrace in a sacred place. The violins cry as the stars ignite beneath the golden sky. You're my light. And though the stars will fade, our song will remain, a memory of joy, an echo of pain. For in this moment we are free, beneath the golden sky, just you and me. As the golden sky turns to dusk, we part, but you live on forever in my heart. silence. The wind carries your name through endless sky, still calling, still the same. The violins weep as the moon fades away, a melody lost as night turns to day. The strings sing of a love we left behind, a distant echo trapped in my mind. The symphony swells with the tears we've cried in the quiet of night, where shadows hide each note of memory, each chord of sigh, the distant echo of a love we can't deny. The distant echo calls me home to a place I once knew. Now I roam through the silence, I hear your voice, the distant echo, a haunting choice. The harp trembles with the weight of the past, a song that was perfect but never would last. The breath speaks loudly, a warning so clear that echoes of love are always still here. The symphony swells with the tears we've cried in the quiet of night, where shadows hide each note of memory, each chord a sigh, the distant echo of a love we can't deny. The distant echo calls me home to a place I once knew. Now I roam through the silence, I hear your voice, the distant echo, a haunting choice. The timpani rolls as the night turns cold, a story untold, a love growing old, but the echo remains. Forever it stays, a reminder of love in 1,000 ways. The distant echo fades with the dawn, the memory lingers, always withdrawn. Soft whispers carry through the midnight air, a song of the lost, but no one is there. The strings play low as the world falls asleep, a song for the broken, a promise to keep. The cello weeps for the hearts that have gone. In the silence of night, we linger too long. The orchestra calls, but we don't reply. In the dance of the shadows, where memories die, each note a tear that falls from the sky, whispers of the fallen asking why. Whispers of the fallen calling in the dark, a flame that once burned, now a fading spark. Through the silence we hear their plea, whispers of the fallen set them free. The piano strikes softly like a distant cry, a love that was lost but never said goodbye. In the silence of sorrow, we search for the light, but the whispers grow louder, deeper in the night. The brass now echoes as the darkness spreads, a requiem for the souls, a song for the dead. The whispers fade, but the pain remains in the silence of the fallen, forever in chains. A dream within a dream, fading with the night. The final reverie, lost in fading light. The violins hum softly like a whispered sigh, a memory fading beneath the endless sky. The piano plays gently, a tune bittersweet, a moment of longing where hearts still meet. The orchestra swells, but the light grows dim, a distant horizon, the end of our hymn. In every note we feel the time slip away, the final reverie where shadows pray. The final reverie, a dream so pure, a fleeting moment forever unsure. In the silence we hear the last goodbye, the final reverie where we learn to fly. The harp sings softly like the wind through the trees, a love once unbroken, now carried by the breeze. The brass calls loudly, but it fades in the air as we chase the echoes, lost in despair. The orchestra swells, but the light grows dim, a distant horizon, the end of our hymn. In every note we feel the time slip away, the final reverie where shadows play. The final reverie, a dream so pure, a fleeting moment forever unsure. In the silence we hear the last goodbye, the final reverie where we learn to fly. In the fading dusk we stand on the edge, the last of the light, a final pledge. The strings now tremble, a memory held tight as we drift into the silence of the night. The final reverie now slipping May, a dream of tomorrow lost today. As the light fades, so does the song, a fleeting moment where we belong. The strings begin to cry, a soft and mournful tune, whispers of the past beneath the silver moon. The cello sighs for a love once bright, now shadows fading from sight. The orchestra hums, but it starts too slow. A tale of sorrow when no winds blow. With each passing chord we feel the hour fade. A fleeting memory forever betrayed. The fading hour slipping through our hands. A moment in time that no one understands. As the echoes fade, so do our dreams. The fading hour lost in the streams. The heart plays softly like the winds on the sea. A melody of sorrow setting us free. The brass calls out, but it's fading away as we lose ourselves with no words to say. The orchestra hums, but it starts too slow. A tale of sorrow when no winds blow. With each passing chord we feel the hour fade. A fleeting memory forever betrayed. The fading hour slipping through our hands. A moment in time that no one understands. As the echoes fade, so do our dreams. The fading hour lost in the streams. And though the night comes, we still chase the light. But the hour is gone, swallowed by the night. The strings now whisper the last of our song. As the fading hour moves swiftly along. In the silence, the music dies. The fading hour where time defies. In the quiet of the morning, the silence speaks your name. A new day is dawning, but nothing feels the same. The violins begin like the breaking of the light. A tender song of longing fading into night. The strings tremble softly like a lover's sigh as the shadows part and the stars say goodbye. The orchestra rises with the light of the dawn. A chorus of memories from the night we've drawn. Each note a whisper, each chord a plea. Echoes of the dawn setting us free. Echoes of the dawn calling through the dark. A soft and fleeting melody, a fading spark. piano plays gently like the rain on the leaves, a song of surrender as the morning deceives. The brass echoes softly, a promise untold, a love never spoken but forever bold. The orchestra rises with the light of the dawn, a chorus of memories from the night we've drawn. Each note a whisper, each chord a plea, echoes of the dawn setting us free. Echoes of the dawn calling through the dark, a soft and fleeting melody, a fading spark. In the quiet I hear you once more. Echoes of the dawn, forever we soar. As the sun rises, the night fades away, but the echoes remain in the light of the day. The strings sing louder, the brass now soars. Echoes of the dawn forevermore. And though the night is gone, the echoes stay in the quiet. Through the wind, I hear your name, a fleeting voice, never the same. The strings begin with a soft, haunting sigh. As the sun sets low, the shadows draw nigh. The piano hums like a breath on the breeze. A memory lingers, carried with ease. The orchestra weeps as the moments fade. A story of love, but no promises made. Each note a dream, never to whispers in the wind, a fading plea, and yet I still search, hoping you'll find me. A melody lingers, soft and low, a song unfinished, lost long ago. The piano hums in the quiet of night, a whisper of love in the absence of light. The violins tremble, longing to say the words unspoken, drifting away. The orchestra sways like a fading dream, a song left unsung, a silent scream. Each note a shadow, each chord a sigh, the unfinished lullaby, asking why. The unfinished lullaby, left in the air, a song with no ending, yet always there. Through echoes of silence, it longs to be home. The unfinished lullaby, calling my soul. The harp plays softly, a voice from the past, a promise once made, but never meant to last. The cello weeps like a heart torn in two, a melody frozen, never breaking through. The orchestra sways like a fading dream, a song left unsung, a silent scream. Each note a shadow, each chord a sigh, the unfinished lullaby, asking why. The unfinished lullaby, left in the air, a song with no ending, yet always there. Through echoes of silence, it longs to be home. The unfinished lullaby, calling my soul. If I could rewrite the lines left behind, would you return what fade behind? But the strings still tremble, refusing to close. A song without rest, where nobody knows. The unfinished lullaby drifts through the night, a melody waiting, lost in the light. The echoes call, but time won't stay, lost in the shadows of yesterday. The violin The orchestra sways like a ghost in the dark, tracing the past where we left our mark. Each chord a memory slipping away, shadows of yesterday longing to stay. Shadows of yesterday dancing in the rain, fading like whispers, calling my name. Through silence and sorrow, I hear them play. The shadows of yesterday won't fade away. The cello cries as the moonlight dims. A love once golden, now lost in the winds. The harp sings softly, a voice from the past, a moment we held, but it couldn't last. The orchestra sways like a ghost in the dark, tracing the past where we left our mark. Each chord a memory slipping away, shadows of yesterday longing to stay. Shadows of yesterday dancing in the rain, fading like whispers, calling my name. Through silence and sorrow, I hear them play. The shadows of yesterday won't fade away. If time could turn, would we find our way? Or are we just echoes too lost to stay? The violins rise, the symphony cries, but shadows of yesterday never die. The echoes call, but time won't stay. Lost in the shadows, silence to stay. A lonely waltz in candlelight, spinning through the endless night. The violin sigh in a ghostly refrain, a dance left unwritten, yet calling my name. The piano weeps in a sorrowful tune, tracing lost footsteps under the moon. The orchestra sways, but no one remains. A waltz for the fallen, a song for the pain. Each turn a whisper, each step a cry. The forsaken waltz where echoes lie. The forsaken waltz, turning alone, a melody carved into ivory and stone. Through shadowed halls it lingers still, the forsaken waltz against my will. The cello hums like a voice from the past, a promise once spoken but never held fast. The harp plucks softly like tears on the floor, a love that was waiting but never found shore. The orchestra sways, but no one remains. A waltz for the fallen, a song for the pain. Each turn, a whisper, each step, a cry. The forsaken waltz where echoes lie. The forsaken waltz, turning alone, a melody carved into ivory and stone. Through shadowed halls it lingers still. The forsaken waltz against my will. If I stop dancing, will time finally break? Or will I be lost in the steps I must take? The violins rise, the moment stands tall, yet no one is watching, no one at all. A lonely waltz in candlelight, spinning through the endless night. Not every song is meant to be sung. Some live in silence, forever unsung. The piano starts, a hesitant key, a melody lost in uncertainty. The violins tremble, afraid to begin. A song left behind, too fragile to win. The orchestra waits, but the words won't come. A symphony broken, a heart struck numb. Each pause a story, each rest a plea. The silence between the notes is where you'll find me. Silence between the notes where echoes fade. A love left unspoken, a promise betrayed. Through whispers of music, through shadows unknown. The silence between the notes is where I'm alone. The cello sighs, a sorrowful tone, a harmony shattered, yet played on its own. The brass swells loudly, then fades into dust. A song without answers, a heart without trust. The orchestra waits, but the words won't come. A symphony broken, a heart struck numb. Each pause a story, each rest a plea. The silence between the notes is where you'll find me. Silence between the notes where echoes fade. A love left unspoken, a promise betrayed. Through whispers of music, through shadows unknown. The silence between the notes is where I'm alone. If I could rewrite the measures of time, is meant to be sung. Some live in silence, forever unsung. A flickering glow, too fragile to stay. The vanishing light slipping away. The violins hum like a distant prayer, a melody lost in the evening air. The piano plays in a ghostly refrain, tracing the echoes of love and pain. The orchestra rises, but the moment is gone, a flicker of gold before the dawn. Each note dissolves like a breath in the cold. The vanishing light, a story untold. The vanishing light, fading too fast, a whisper of fire that couldn't last. Through shrouds of silence, through veils of gray, the vanishing light drifts far away. The cello weeps in a hollow embrace. A shadow remains where warmth took place. The brass calls out, but the stars have dimmed. A love once bright, now lost in the wind. The orchestra rises, but the moment is gone, a flicker of gold before the dawn. Each note dissolves like a breath in the cold. The vanishing light, a story untold. The vanishing light, fading too fast, a whisper of fire that couldn't last. Through shrouds of silence, through veils of gray, the vanishing light drifts far away. If I could hold it, would time still break? Or would it dissolve like a dream we forsake? The strings cry louder, the voices plead, but the vanishing light is destined to leave. A flickering glow, too fragile to stake. Would it dissolve like a dream we forsake? A song for the silent, a hymn for the gone, a symphony played, yet never sung on. The violins cry in a sorrowful key, a melody lost to the winds of the sea. The piano lingers in echoes of grace, tracing the memories time can't erase. voices return through the echoes of pain, but silence lingers, a deafening sound, a symphony lost yet never unwound. Song for the silent, a hymn for the gone, a symphony played yet never sung on. The sky once held their golden glow, but where the stars fell we'll never know. The violins sigh in a shimmer of blue, a memory lost in the midnight hue. The piano drifts like a whispering breeze, a song for the stars that fell to the sea. The orchestra hums like a voice in the dark, tracing the echoes, retracing the spark. Each note a shimmer, each chord a plea. Where the stars fell, they're calling to me. Where the stars fell, where the light broke, where silence now lingers, where nobody spoke. Through shadows of silver, through echoes untold. Where the stars fell, their story unfolds. The cello cries like a tear in the night, a melody drifting where wishes took flight. The brass calls out in a desperate refrain, a song for the stars that won't rise again. The orchestra hums like a voice in the dark, tracing the echoes, retracing the spark. Each note a shimmer, each chord a plea. Where the stars fell, they're calling to me. Where the stars fell, where the light broke, where silence now lingers, where nobody spoke. Through shadows of silver, through echoes untold. Where the stars fell, their story unfolds. If I could reach them, would they still shine? Or are they forever lost in time? The violins wane, the melody dies, yet where the stars fell, their ghost still lies. If I could reach them, would they still shine? Or are they forever lost in time? The violins The violins wane, the melody dies, yet where the stars fell, their ghost still lies. The sky once held their golden glow, but where the stars fell, we'll never know. Gold turns to dust, time bends and breaks the hollow ground. a fate unkind, a throne built high, but lost to time. Each note a warning, each chord a plea. The hollow crown holds no victory. The hollow crown, cold as the grave, a kingdom built, but never saved. Through halls of silence, through veils of stone, the hollow crown weighs down the throne. The cello moans like a ghost in the hall. A shadow still lingers where empires fall. The brass cries out like a battle untamed, yet echoes fade, no victors remain. The orchestra sways like a fate unkind, a throne built high, but lost to time. Each note a warning, each chord a plea. The hollow crown holds no victory. The hollow crown, cold as the grave, a kingdom built, but never saved. Through halls of silence, through veils of stone, the hollow crown weighs down the throne. If I surrender, will time still bend? Or does the story have no end? The violins rise, the world grows dim, yet the hollow crown still sings its hymn. Gold turns to dust, time bends and breaks. Or does the story have no end? A throne that takes. A whispering song through moonlit air, the last lullaby, unheard, unaware. The piano hums in a delicate sigh, a melody soft as a mother's goodbye. The violins tremble like flickering light, a song for the lost who fade into night. The orchestra sways in sorrow's embrace. Time turns its page, yet leaves not a trace. Each note a farewell, each chord a tear. The last lullaby, only silence will hear. The last lullaby, drifting away, a song left unspoken, too fragile to stay. Through echoes of sorrow, through whispers untold, the last lullaby fades into cold. The cello weeps in a sorrowful tone, a voice of the past now standing alone. The harp sings softly, yet no one replies. A song for the dreamers with unopened eyes. The orchestra sways in sorrow's embrace. Time turns its page, yet leaves not of a trace. Each note a time still break? Or is it a dream I must never wake? The violins rise, yet nothing remains, only the hush of a song in the rain. A whispering song through moonlit hair, the last lullaby, unheard, unaware. Fallen from grace, yet still she flies. Wings of a fallen angel, lost in the skies. The piano calls in a soft trembling tune, a heart that was shattered beneath the moon. The violins weep, a sorrowful sound, a soul searching for where she is bound. The orchestra swells, but the tears remain, a melody woven from sorrow and pain. Each note a whisper, each chord a prayer, wings of a fallen angel, lost in the air. Wings of a fallen angel, broken yet strong, carrying the weight of a forgotten song. Through skies of sorrow, through clouds of grace, wings of a fallen angel, she'll find her place. The cello hums with a haunting cry, a voice lost to time, but still reaching high. The brass calls out, yet no one is near, and angels lament a song of fear. The orchestra swells, but the tears remain, a melody woven from sorrow and pain. Each note a whisper, each chord a prayer, wings of a fallen angel, lost in the air. Wings of a fallen angel, broken yet strong, carrying the weight of a forgotten song. Through skies of sorrow, through clouds of grace, wings of a fallen angel, she'll find her place. If I could see her, would she still fly? Or has she fallen too far from the sky? The violins weep as the clouds turn gray, but the wings of a fallen angel will never decay. Fallen from grace, yet still she flies. Wings of a fallen angel, lost in the skies. Heavy as time, silent as the sea, the weight of eternity pulling on me. The piano plays in a sorrowful key, a melody bound to the infinity. plea without sound, a silent prayer, lost and unbound. The piano trembles in a quiet refrain, a heart broken softly, a soul filled with pain. The strings whisper like a soft touch of grace, a prayer for a love no one can replace. The orchestra swells, but the silence remains, a story of a loss that echoes in veins. Each note a tear, each chord a plea, the silent prayer waiting to be free. The silent prayer carried by the wind, a love once pure now left behind. Through the stillness, through the night's cold air, the silent prayer lingers everywhere. The cello cries with a haunting grace, a voice unheard in a time and place. The brass calls out but no one can hear, a prayer for a soul lost to fear. The orchestra swells, but the silence remains, a story of loss that echoes in veins. Each note a tear, each chord a plea, the silent prayer waiting to be free. The silent prayer carried by the wind, a love once pure now left behind. Through the stillness, through the night's cold air, the silent prayer lingers everywhere. Oh, the silent prayer carried by the wind, a love once pure now left behind. Through the stillness, through the night's cold air, the silent prayer lingers everywhere. If I could speak it, would the world understand? Or would the prayer fall like grains in the sand? The violins rise, but the silence grows. The silent prayer no one ever knows, a prayer without voice, a plea without sound, the silent prayer lost and unbound. A wilted bloom, a love undone, the forgotten rose beneath the sun. The piano mourns in a soft, slow cry, a love that once bloomed but now must die. The strings caress like a lover's hand, yet the petals fall like grains of sand. The orchestra sighs with a gentle plea. Can love survive when it's lost at sea? Each note a memory, each chord a tear. The forgotten rose whispers in fear. The forgotten rose lost in the rain, a love once pure The orchestra sighs with a gentle plea. Can love survive when it's lost at sea? Each note a memory, each chord a tear. The forgotten rose whispers in fear. The forgotten rose, lost in the rain. A love once pure, now filled with pain. Through the silence, through the dusk, it fades. The forgotten rose in the shadow of blades. If I could save it, would it bloom again? Or is it doomed to wither in vain? The violins rise, but the rose won't grow. The forgotten rose, a tale of woe. A wilted bloom, a love undone. The forgotten rose beneath the sun. Whispers in the air, shadows on the ground. The wind carries tales of love that's drowned. The piano plays with a gentle sigh. A love once bright, now lost in the sky. The violins tremble like leaves in the breeze. A soul searching for what it can't seize. The orchestra swells with a longing cry, a story of love that's destined to die. Each note a memory, each chord a tear. Shadows in the wind, no light is near. Shadows in the wind drifting away. A love once strong, now led astray. Through the darkness, through the silent night. Shadows in the wind, no end in sight. The shadows in the wind, no end in sight. The cello mourns with a heart that's broken. A tale of love left unspoken. The brass calls out, but no one responds. Shadows in the wind where hope is gone. The orchestra swells with a longing cry, a story of love that's destined to die. Each note a memory, each chord a tear. Shadows in the wind, no light is near. Shadows in the wind drifting away. A love once strong, now led astray. Through the darkness, through the silent night. Shadows in the wind, no end in sight. If I could call you, would you return? Or will the shadows forever burn? The violins rise, but the wind won't stay. Shadows in the wind, fading away. Whispers in the air, shadows on the ground. The wind carries tales of love that's drowned. Whispers in the air, shadows the ground. The wind carries tales of love that's drowned. A single tear falls unnoticed, unspoken. The last tear shed, the heart broken. The piano whispers in a soft lament. A love once pure, now lost and spent. The strings play low with a mournful sound. A soul that's sinking, unable to be found. The orchestra hums in a quiet plea. A heart that's shattered, longing to be free. Each note a sorrow, each chord a cry. The last tear falls and we say goodbye. The last tear falls, carried by the night. A love that once shone, now out of sight. Through the silence, through the endless pain, the last tear falls like the autumn rain. The cello moans with a deep regret, a memory that we cannot forget. The brass calls softly, but no one replies. The last tear falls beneath empty skies. The orchestra hums in a quiet plea. A heart that's shattered, longing to be free. Each note a sorrow, each chord a cry. The last tear falls and we say goodbye. The last tear falls, carried by the night. A love that once shone, now out of sight. Through the silence, through the endless pain, the last tear falls like the autumn rain. If I could stop it, would I still try? Or is the tear just the final goodbye? The violins rise, but the tear won't cease. Last tear falls and we find no peace. A single tear falls unnoticed, unspoken. The last tear shed, the heart broken. In the arms of fate, we slowly drift, a journey unknown, an eternal rift. The piano echoes with a steady beat, a dance with destiny, a loving complete. The strings hum softly like memories lost, a journey we follow no matter the cost. The orchestra swells with a gentle cry, a story unfolding beneath the sky. Each note a whisper, each chord a chance, in fate's still try? Or has fate already passed me by? The violins rise, but they're torn apart. In fate's embrace, we chart our heart. In the arms of fate, we slowly drift. Or has fate already passed me by? Whispers in the silence, the sands drift slow. Time slips away, but we don't know where to go. The piano whispers with a soft despair. As time unwinds, we find it hard to care. The strings sing quietly like a distant dream. Moments fade away like a fading beam. The orchestra swells with a mournful sound. As every second passes, we're more unbound. Each note a heartbeat, each chord a sigh. Whispers of the hourglass as time flies by. Whispers of the hourglass running out of grace. A love once bright, now lost in space. Through the stillness, through the endless stream. Whispers of the hourglass chasing a dream. The cello plays with a longing deep. A memory forgotten, now buried in sleep. The brass hums low as the clock ticks on. Whispers of the hourglass, a love long gone. The orchestra swells with a mournful sound. As every second passes, we're more unbound. Each note a heartbeat, each chord a sigh. Whispers of the hourglass as time flies by. Whispers of the hourglass running out of grace. A love once bright, now lost in space. Or through the still, the endless stream. Whispers of the hourglass chasing a dream. If I could stop it, would I be whole? Or is time destined to steal my soul? The violins rise, but the clock still ticks. Whispers of the hourglass